Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, so many companies are focused on going high tech that they've lost sight that when it comes to people, it's high touch that matters. We'll be talking to a leading expert next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, many companies put a slogan on the breakroom wall and they think that they've changed their company culture, and they just don't get it. It's not just about putting in a ping pong table or bringing in food. To create a true company of owners, you have to invest in your people. And to do that, you need to meet somebody like my next guest, Taito Nakagawa. He is the CEO of Insala. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful place. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're going to talk a lot about what your company does in a minute, but I want people to get to know you. Tell us more about your journey.
Okay. Well, so I'm originally from Japan, and I came here when I was about 20 years old, and I went to University of Dallas in Irving here, and I didn't speak English very well, so it was a huge struggle for me. But we had a very good system to help people like me, and I was fortunate enough to have a couple of great mentors. And since then, I really think that mentorship and then having been a very good mentee really can change, the people in the community. And so since then that I went back to my alma mater and created the intensive English program to help international students. So I brought in first year about 40 plus students from Japan and many other international students and taught English half of the time, but the other half try to be a great mentor and then create the system that we really support these people. So since then, I've been really involved in like life coaching and life transformational programs. And so that's been a passion of mine.
Sure. And so many people look outside a company to find mentors when, in fact, some of their own employees could be great mentors.
Absolutely. So I think what most important thing is that first that the changes the company try to make is typically try to cut cost, make sure the operational excellence or process excellence is there so that company can improve the bottom line. But at the same time, they may not spend enough time on employee experience, employee engagement. And then there are so many mentors out there. But the problem is I think most of the time that culturally, people don't have enough time or they don't recognize themselves as mentors. But I say be a mentor today and then also switch it over to be a mentee tomorrow. Then that creates a collaboration among the members within the company and then create a very innovative environment for the company.
Outstanding. We're going to pull up the company website, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to talk about the kinds of clients that you like to work with. Are these small companies, mid-sized companies?
We work with different sizes of companies. One of the offerings that we have is a corporate alumni solutions. And that means that entire current member of the companies and then also ex-members, they stay in touch with each other and then maybe sometimes hire those ex-members back for projects or permanently or stay in touch to create some business development opportunities. So that's typically picked up by larger companies. A mentoring program can be from a smaller company to large companies. And then typically, mentoring creates a great opportunity to learn from each other, but this is something that people have to work very hard to maintain and then design, continue to redesign and stay in touch. That's why we try to help them So it's just all different kind of sizes.
And you've been with the company for about a year now. We're going to pull up an article that announced you coming to the company. I want you to brag about the folks over at Hexa because
Oh, yes.
this is a match made in heaven, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So just like when I was at the university, you know, I was lucky enough to meet a couple of great mentors. They never told me how to do the work as a student, but they really tried to help me think and mindset. So when I was looking for other opportunities outside from my previous job, I met Mon and Wida Hamden, which you met recently. And they were able to really give me that such same information about, you know, life is all about, you know, helping each other. So immediately I was drawn to Mon Hamden because I can see that he's a great mentor. And Wida, first thing she asked me was, Taito, are you balanced? And then immediately, this is it. So I said, I'm going to be joining this group of Hexa ecosystem, and then in particular, this Insala as a great place. I figure that I can actually exercise my passion as a baseline and reach out to many companies and then try to, you know, make a difference for even including the next generation of workforce.
And I want to brag about Hexa and their amazing campus. We've got some video of their beautiful campus in Richardson. And tell us about the vibe there. I mean, as soon as you walk in the door, you feel it, don't you?
Yes, you know, it is really well made. Of course, from the beginning, you can see that this is a great place. And then not only that, because of the, you know, Mon and Wida's, you know, personality and what they're aiming for, people come in there are really helping each other. I believe when you visited us that we had a lot of different entrepreneurs there and tried to help each other. So this energy is very vibrant, and we really help each other. We talk to each other, again, mentor, mentees, and we're open for that. So this is a great environment to be a part of.
And I think it's really cool how companies that do different things can share information, because a lot of the commonalities between companies can be solved by companies outside the industry.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, you can always learn from somebody. You'll always get the new ideas from somebody. Doesn't have to be in the same industry, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I also want to put up on the screen a deck that you sent us to prepare for the show. And as we put up these slides, I want you to talk about what we're looking at.
Yes. So Insala is, we're in the business of forging the future of the workplaces by really focusing on different things. Today, we already work, we have this career transition and mentoring, coaching, and career development platforms we already have, and the services associated with that, to make sure that whatever the platform you put in, you actually try to use it in its full potential, and then have a roadmap created for the maturity level to go up, and make sure it's maintained going forward. And we also have this People 360 concept that we are from the hiring, the onboarding from the end of the cycle, as well as bringing people back through alumni program for creating additional chemistry, chemical reaction through business development opportunities. We want to help people through this entire experience while you're at workplaces. But at the same time, we want to create this partnership with other companies. So we're just about to announce a new partnership, and we'll continue to do that. We're contacting many partnerships who can join this idea of People 360 concept, because many companies can create this mentor-mentee, great place to work. So if the employers focus on the personal enrichment and helping people thrive from within the company, the people can actually elevate the organization from within. Many companies, however, may be still thinking the people as HR, human resources, human capital, human asset, and maybe just looking at it as a cost center or org chart, but they can be the profit center. They can be the one to change the organization from within. And I want to be saying that if you're a CEO, you want to be a chief energy officer, you want to actually help create this energy from within and change the culture. And that's what People 360 stands for. And I'm actively working with many companies to join the force to create the partnership.
Without naming the client, tell me a client story. What's one of your favorite clients?
Right. So thank you for asking me that because just as I started about a year ago, as I started talking to many customers, one of the customers said that they're so happy with our mentoring program because it's not about just the software and then we just leave them with it, but we have a program, we have experts to come in and create this program to have the mentoring readiness. So what do you think about what your goals are and create the path of the next 3 years? What are the type of things you work on so you can see the return on relationship? We talk about return on investment, but it's a return on relationship you create from within through this mentoring program. And how do you measure that? So measuring is another thing. It's important because just by talking to people, we don't know how the program is effective. So that's the type of things, the feedback I got from the customer, and I was very, very happy to hear that.
Taito, how does the CEO of the company who's watching this right now know if they need your services?
I have to say, if you're a CEO, you probably didn't get there by yourself. If you look at, just like my life story when I came here in the US, I needed that mentor, and I also need to be open to be a mentee to receive that help. And that I need to be creative, and people who can help to be creative, to be successful, I don't think you got there by yourself. So as a CEO, I would like you to roll up your sleeves and have your executive members try to be the energy officer, every one of them, to change the culture from within. At the same time, be prepared to flip over the role and saying that you're going to be the mentee, learn from the particularly younger generation, because they can teach you a lot.
Outstanding. That's a great way to end this program. And we're also going to leave you with the website, which is insala.com. Taito, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me here. Appreciate it.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.